DA will not be supporting this department for the following reasons. But before I start, MEC, congratulations on your appointment to this department. Faith, unfortunately, you've inherited a department that is a complete mess and fast causing a humanitarian crisis in Gauteng. Questions were posed in the previous administration, written and via committee, regarding how the Nasespane Social Development Brigades, team leaders and supervisors are being remunerated. To date, no response has been given. This program has been quite concerning. It is the same team that conducted site visits, contributing to the failure of the adjudication process for the funding of NPOs. Why did the department fund Nasespane when there's a desperate need for social workers, social auxiliary workers, and caregivers? 14 senior officials in the department were suspended. MEC, congratulations to you. I see that 3 of them are still under suspension, but the rest are back without a disciplinary hearing. The department has violated such labor laws in this regard. I wonder how much of salaries were paid to the suspended officials and then the actors that had to come in to fill in the gaps. Such a waste of public funds. The acting HOD and his fellow actors are in a way over their depths and fumbling as they go along because they do not have a full grasp of the entire department and what is supposed to be happening, including continuing on the mandate of the previous MEC, the failure, incompetent MEC Mbalihlophe. Maybe your work is truly cut out as you have a job that is big because there is a major trust deficit with the welfare sector. NPOs, their staff who've been fired because there's no fund, the beneficiaries who benefit from these NPOs. The election has shown what angry people do. They too are voters. They wait patiently for elections and vote with their anger. I bet the NPOs contributed significantly to the ANC decrease from 37 seats to 28 seats. In fact, if I were you, I would put squarely this loss on the feet of the ex-MEC Mbalihlophe. This is her legacy as an ANC MEC. On behalf of the people of Gauteng, I do not trust the ANC with public funds for this department. Instead of uplifting the most vulnerable with public funds, Gauteng Department of Social Development has caused such humanitarian crisis, violating court orders not once but twice. The acting HOD who misrepresents or lies about recommendations of the Auditor General, these are signs of being against the rule of law or just being a rule unto himself. To add insult to injury, the department has gone on a multiple 8 million rand spending spree. The appointment of Open Water, the appointment of FSG, again, no tender processes, something the Auditor General warned about as early as about 2021, but again, the department didn't listen. Parallel processes for distribution of food in the food banks costing 36 million. MEC, I see you had food in the food banks this time, but no money to distribute because NPOs have not been funded. People continue to be hungry. The same GDSD incurred multiple deviations of over 300 million combined that were irregular. Once again, something that the Auditor General warned against. Cooperatives, sadly, I see Nelson Mandela being acknowledged, but it was his initiative to have cooperatives in this country. And they have not been paid, yet they were told to make school uniforms and dignity packs in December. The MEC then claimed she didn't even know them. End of Q4, the department returned 554 million rand, while NPOs needed that 228 million that was earmarked for them. NPOs are closing down every day. Chair of Chairs, do you know 2 children died of hunger in my presence? They were taken out of a shack because the drop-in center closed because of lack of funding. An elderly man of the age of 79, and he was given his frail 83-year-old brother dropped at home because the old age home he was staying in was closing. I referred them to Boxberg, but he can't afford the 10,000 rand. With all of this, how can Gauteng residents trust ANC to protect and look after the vulnerable? Mayor Faith, I welcome your presence in the department. I want to see whether you have the political will to turn around the mess your predecessor has created. And I'd like to give you the benefit of doubt. However, there's something that is worrying me. It is the fact that you've been in office for a little while.
Time up.
And not all NPOs have been funded. But I'm happy to see you've taken on my advice from 2021 during COVID to implement food vouchers. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honourable Nt'sekhe.